After my opening statement, Coach will have an opening statement. As you know, with an ongoing police investigation, certain questions Coach Cassara cannot answer. Please respect the judicial process and Coach in that regard. Coach will make an opening statement, and then I'll open the floor to questions. It was there for me to call. Thank you. Coach.
A couple things. First of all, just like to say thank you for everybody for coming here today. Secondly, just want to give a lot of credit to our kids and our staff. Obviously, the ball didn't go in the hoop for us as much as we would have liked to tonight, but it's been a difficult few days. And those guys have been very resilient. I thought they went out there and they gave it all their all today. Obviously, we had a lot of new guys in new positions, but the last thing I'll say along those lines is it's been a difficult couple days, and there's nobody that feels worse about it than me. There's nobody that's more disappointed, almost heartbroken in many ways. But we're going to keep working hard. That's all we can do. I'm proud of those guys, proud of our staff, and we're going to work hard every day because that's all I know how to do. And I'm glad to take any questions now.
Well, kind of give a timeline. The last couple of days when you found out what was going on and just kind of how it's unfolded from there.
Jerry, again, I have to refer to Stephen's comment a little bit. I can't comment too much with an ongoing investigation. What I can tell you is that, I talked to Jeff Hathaway early on Thursday morning, and that's about it.
Coach, can you just talk about what the last few days have been like?
Jamie, they've been difficult on a lot of levels. Like I said, the word heartbroken comes to mind. Challenging, but like I said, we're going to persevere. We're going to keep working hard and just keep trying to get a little bit better every day. I told our team that today after the game. We have to focus on trying to get better every day now.
Roger.
Well, generally speaking, do you feel that somebody who accepts an athletic scholarship to a university has to represent the university in a certain way?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's part of their job. I can't comment publicly on specific guys, but I think absolutely. I think that's part of their job. That's part of their what they're required to do. It's part of what we talk about. I talk to our guys all the time about being in the right place, doing the right thing, conducting themselves the right way.
How big a part is that component?
I can't, again, comment specifically on players, but generally, it's a big part. My staff, myself, we take every opportunity when we recruit kids to meet them, meet their families, meet the people around them, meet the people that support them. That's part of our job, and we do that to the best of our ability.
Coach, have you spoken to the 4 players at all since this went down?
Again, you can't comment specifically about any of the players individually.
Mo, do you have to reevaluate your recruiting strategy at all in the wake of this incident?
I go back to, a little bit of my last answer. I think that we, as a staff, myself, we take every opportunity to to evaluate every kid, know their families, their parents, their AAU coaches, their high school coaches, and we do that to the best of our ability. It's part of what we work very hard at.
Mo, what do you think you guys are going to need to do to repair any of the trust that may have been lost with the Hofstra community, in light of this?
It's a great question. It's a great question. And all I know how to do is work hard every day and be myself and continue to do the things that I believe in. I love this university. I do. I love Hofstra. I love coming to work here every day. I love the support staff. I love the people. I love our team. As I said earlier, I'm incredibly disappointed. In fact, heartbroken in many ways. So all I can do is work as hard as I can every day for a place that I love very much.
Well, can you kind of talk about how players, management reacted? I know you see that aspect, how was that to you, like the players, the team, how different has the last week been? Your players who played today.
You know, Jerry, I've been here a little over 2 years. There's been some wonderful days. There's been some fabulous days here. I think back to hanging Charles Jenkins' jersey in the rafters. I think about, you know, winning the most CAA games that we've ever won, and so many other wonderful days. There's been some challenging ones too, and that was a challenging day. It's a challenging meeting. But I will tell you that our guys are resilient. Our guys are resilient. My staff is resilient. And most importantly, I'm resilient, and we're just going to keep working as hard as we can. And it's, as some of the guys in my office or in the locker room after said, hey, it's a long season. We're not where we'd like to be right now, but we've got some good pieces, and we're just going to keep building on it and building on it and building on it.
Well, I spent a couple of hours on campus in front of the building today before the game, just talking to students about how they felt about Hofstra being in the news. And there was a mixture of replies. If there was one that was overwhelming, it was that they felt embarrassed by the way that Hofstra was making news here. Could you describe how you feel about the fact that your program is the source of that embarrassment?
You know, I think I've mentioned it a couple times, and I'm happy to say it again. I'm heartbroken. I love this place, and I love the opportunity that I've been given here. I love all the players and the people around this university. I love the students. You know, I can't sit here and tell you I'm the best coach in the world, but I can tell you I do everything I can to reach out to this community, to the students, to everybody around here on campus and off. Every chance I get, I love it. And there's nobody that feels worse, that has slept less, that is more devastated about this than me.
Keeping into account that you can't talk about specifics, but you know there is this situation of scholarships that you have to address. I would say fairly soon. What will you do about that?
Well, we'll look to add a couple more walk-ons, you know, to just make sure that we have competitive practices and we can get our guys better that we have right now, Steve. And then obviously we can't sign anybody, we can't bring anybody in, a scholarship kid now. But obviously we're going to have to, you know, really, we've signed one kid for the fall that we're very excited about, terrific young man, and we're going to look to sign a handful of more kids here in the spring. And, you know, obviously we're going to be young, but I really like some of our young players. Darren Payne today, we were planning on redshirting him, hasn't played a minute, you know, went out there and got us a couple blocks and did some good things, and he's going to continue to get better, and we're just going to have to keep building.
Does the university have a position on whether any of these players would be welcome back if they were cleared?
You know what, Steve? I can't comment on that because I think that, you know, with an ongoing investigation, I don't know how it's going to end.
Coach Larry Brown sat there and said that they actually watched a lot of your tape, and you're a good coach, and that he was, you know, taking your team very seriously coming in. And I believe he said that you talked to people. Can you tell us about the conversation?
We did. You know, I think I said this a few times, whether it was privately or publicly. I think Larry Brown's probably forgot more basketball than I know. You know, Hall of Fame coach, and he gave me a couple real positive words before the game. He said, "Coach, I'm sorry. I was talking down here to my family. I wanted to come down in the other end and spend a few minutes with you. And you know, you've got some good players and you've got a good team. You just got to keep working hard. And you know, I'm sorry for what you're going through right now." And he was wonderful, and you know, he's got a very good team. That's a good basketball team. You know, we obviously didn't play our best today, but that's a very good basketball team.
Dan.
Now, Coach, you mentioned Darren Payne earlier. Talking also about Matt Grogan, who now is guys role had increased. What can you say about what you expect their new role that will be for the rest of the season?
I mean, who doesn't love Matt Grogan, right? I mean, how can you not love Matt Grogan? I mean, every time he shoots the ball, everybody in here wants it to go in, right? I mean, I think the opposing team wants it to go in. So, you know, we love Matt Grogan. He's fought through and been here through every step of this transition, and He's been a great voice in the locker room, so we're going to continue to get him some minutes. And you know, again, some of our guys who have played pretty well up to this point didn't play very well tonight. As I said to them in the locker room, it's been a challenging week. But you know what? We got 2 games next week. We got to get ready for Wagner, and we got to hook arms here, and we got to stay tight, and we got to keep focusing on what's really important.
Well, I know that the first 7 games was only a very small sample of the season. But the players, 4 players, represented, you know, about 40% of your score. I don't know what your plan and the big picture was for what their roles might be in the conferences, but what's still realistic for this team, given the small number of scholarship people? I mean, were those guys still going to be major players later, or you know, is your plan still intact?
Well, I think the plan has to adjust a little bit. You know, we certainly don't have as many bodies as we had hoped we'd have right now. We have some talented guys. You know, we still, you know, we're hopeful to get Jamal Coombs-McDaniel back in the next week or so, which adds another body. So we've got some things that are going to work in our benefit. And again, tonight our guys didn't play as well as we would have liked to. You know what? It's been like I said, a challenging week for many of them, but. We're going to have to readjust and adapt, have to play a little differently. You know, in the beginning of the year, we played a little faster. We're going to have to maybe, you know, really reevaluate that. I got a terrific staff. We're going to sit down and go through the film and find ways to really, you know, be effective. And I know we can be. You know, 2 weeks ago tomorrow, we coming off 3 wins in a row. Beat Marshall, beat South Dakota State, 2 NCAA tournament teams, won 3 in a row, and we're feeling great. You know, obviously, as I mentioned, we're not feeling so great today, but all we can do is take one day at a time and continue to try to get better.
One more question?
Coach, you guys fell behind early in the first half. How much of that compounded just the disappointment and the challenging past few days?
You know, got down 10-0. Guys came firing out of the locker room. They were ready. You know, that's one of those games. If you just make that first basket, boy, it's almost like the pressure just comes off, you know, and you feel so much better about everything. And unfortunately, thought we might have got a foul the first time. We missed a couple easy shots, and we clawed our way back. You know, we made a basket to start the second half, cut it to 10, and we just weren't able to withstand what we really needed to do. So it was a challenge, you know, obviously getting out to a tough start. But I actually thought we played pretty good defense. We held them to, you know, 31 points in the first half, and I mean, we missed a lot of easy shots. You know, we make a couple layups and a couple free throws in the first half. Boy, it's a 4 or 5 point game, and we're feeling pretty good in halftime. And right now, you know, that's what we need. We need one of those days where the ball goes in the basket. I think it's going to help us a lot.
Thank you, Coach.